And this segment is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbooking app. Not only is it safe, but Deke, it is secure and reliable. And for all the first-time users out there, what do we have for the first-time users?
We have a little promo code.
A little promo. Who doesn't like? I mean, I know the holidays are over, but we're still in the give-in mood. And DraftKings are as well. So if you use the promo code MOATS for all the first-time users out there, you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So stop wasting time. Keep watching the video, but download the app, use the promo code, and get an opportunity to make some money. So shout out to Artemio Marifaske. I think I said that right. So he's from the Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines. We enjoyed Mason's performance and that expected loss against the Browns. Obviously, we're having, not the full gamut of players out there. He also says, I particularly whispered to Missy Matthews and Bob Labriola to inform Coach Tomlin to prepare Mason. Just in case something were to go wrong with Ben in the game, so that way Mason could perform at a high level. I just wanted to know, if Ben were to play, not up to par, would you be open to that type of, because it's the same opponent. It's not like it's a different opponent. And that's kind of why I like this question. I'm like, and remember I said I got some questions where it's like, it's more statement based, but you can see how, and this is one of them. Shout out to Artemio from the Philippines. But yeah, man.
So actually, one thing about this question, wouldn't you have a better plug-in to Tomlin than commenting to Missy Matthews or Bob Labriola?
Well, this is the thing. Apparently, and I'm not allowed to officially speak on these things, but Labs is supposed to be like the voice.
Whoa.
So if Coach T wants something delivered to the media, Labs
he has more direct contact than you right now.
Yes. And for me, I'm like the bubble guy because I work with them. Obviously, I was just on with them before we started this show, but yeah, Labs is like the direct, and then Missy, she's second in charge, borderline first, because she has to go up there and do a lot more of the live reaction stuff, and then obviously me because I'm a part of the family and they use me.
I just thought you'd have more pull.
Well, this is the difference though. Like, he's there, I'm here. Okay. It's COVID. I can't just pull up on him. He's there. You know what I mean? Like certain people are down there.
I think if you pulled up though, that would almost go to say man, I really got something to tell you here.
I would just call him personally.
Okay.
Yeah. But shout out to Artemio. But are you open to that though? It's been with a struggle, and we like the Colts game, for example, right, where we saw how the first half was going. Knowing what we know, especially with Mason having gone against this exact same defense. Now they're going to be down Olivier Vernon, who ruptured his Achilles in the game. But this is the same defense that he just carved up for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Balled out. Let her come back. Like, he looked good. So if Ben were to come out and be, how we've seen at times.
You saw how I acted in the Corona Madden League, dude.
You cost us the championship. You cost us the championship.
Madden screwed us.
No, you didn't.
They had Ben throwing too many picks. It was absurd.
He was about to give me 30 for 30, man. I was sick.
It wasn't that bad, but we made the playoffs.
How many did he have?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. The season's over. We're almost out of Corona, so that was a moment in time.
Oh man, would you be open to it though?
No, because it's just from the standpoint that I feel like we have the better shot with Ben being in there, no matter how bad he's playing in the first half or whatever it is. That's my standpoint. Now you want to say I'm blind or whatever, that's it. I'll tell you this though, I'd be way more pissed if you have Mason come in and he doesn't play well and that's how we lose.
True.
I'd be way more. I'd rather go down with 7. I just would.
Well, and I was gonna say I agree with you on that. Great as Mason played, and knowing it was against a highly motivated Browns team with a lot to play for, and they celebrated, and rightfully so, right? I can't not if this is next year, totally different, right? If it's 2 years from now, totally different. But this year, and knowing full body work, what we've seen from Ben and his most recent performance, that second half against the Colts, I'm personally not comfortable with it either. I would rather go down with the person I brought here, right? If me and you were doing this thing, hey, we might not win, but hey, I'm leaving here with you. I'm not worried about that person or that person. And I feel like this is a similar situation. If Mason was the better quarterback, Mason would be the starting quarterback come playoff time. He's not. Even though he had a great game, he's not the better quarterback today. And that's, I think, is the biggest difference, right? And I understand, it'll be easy. And trust me, if Ben starts slow, that is going to be a conversation that comes up. But you can't. I just don't feel like you can make that move. Number one,
we started slow this game, though. I mean,
see, you said that. I don't think we did.
Really?
I don't. The reason why is this: we started no different than how we would start under Ben. The difference was we didn't have Ben, so I didn't look at it as starting slow. I look at it as, man, you're handling it with kid gloves because you got a young quarterback on the road in a hostile environment. You want to minimize, what could go on, especially knowing this Browns team was going to come out fired up, which they did, and we forget. You say that they weren't moving the ball. They were moving the ball. They were just settling for field goals. Think about that. We settled for field goals.
We only had 6 points going into halftime.
That's 2 drives where we were scoring position. Think about that.
I get that, but I don't know our offense has had slow starts though up to this point, in terms of those type of points, those single digits.
But the reason why I say I was more impressed with Mason doing it is because with 7 out there, what do you expect from 7?
No, right. You could say you're surprised or not, but my point is this is kind of how the offense has been this year. So if it is a slow start, it's like, all right, man, we're going to turn this around. All right. And we did it with Mason. That's my thing.
Well, and that's why people are going to ask, though.
I agree with you. If you want to say if you're more impressed or surprised or not between Ben or Mason with the Steelers' slow starts, that's fine. But
okay, I'm with you on
it is
that.
what it is. We've even with Mason, we only had 6 points.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is this. The narrative of the slow start, I don't think that was truly the case because they were still moving the ball. They were still getting in scoring range. We've been in the first half where, man, we might have 3 points total.
I don't know.
It's a little bit different. That's the thing. That Colts first half, you cannot tell me that Colts first half was better than Mason's first half against the Browns because it wasn't.
No. Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking more of those, past 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
With the slow start where it's like, damn, this is not good. Well, the Bills game, we even moved the ball in the first half, though. Yeah. So I would say probably
the biggest part with the Bills, the turnover before half.
The Bengals and the Colts game where, there was no semblance of anything in the first half. But all the other games, even though we had low scores, I felt like the ball. Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm not taking those 2 games and saying,
gotcha,
man, that's what our offense has been this whole year. It has been slow starts, but I have thought we've been able to move the ball. And that's what I'm thinking. Worst case scenario is what's going to happen with this Browns game. I think we're still going to be able to move the ball. Are we going to be putting up gaudy points? Hopefully, but what it's been this whole season, I don't know if we're really expecting that, right?
Yeah, but I'm with you though. Either way, at the root of it, I can't live with it. There's no way. I would much rather Ben stinks. I'd rather Ben throws 5 picks and we go down just tragically the worst performance ever than you make that switch and Mason. I mean, and let's be real, that performance from Mason was a top tier performance.
It was great, yeah.
If he plays like that for the rest of his career, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
It's one game, though.
But it's one game, right? So for me, I don't know if that's outlier or the norm. We've seen that game and we saw the Jets game, obviously, where it was another similar scenario for him, but that's not a big sample size. It's not. So to me, I'm not comfortable making that switch off of a game and a half or a game and 2 series of positive play by Mason to take Ben out of a game.
Yeah, now you got an extra game of tape with him too.
That's my thing, man. So yeah, you can't switch him out. You can't switch him out.
I agree.
I would love to, but you can't switch him out.
Nice. We agree. We agree.
No, definitely agree. Yeah. Like I said, if this offseason, a different conversation, but definitely not going into the playoffs. Nah. And Ben has owned the Browns. Right, wrong, or indifferent. He's owned them. Just not even Baker, just the Browns. Throughout his career, he's dominated that matchup. I want to send the boogeyman out there. Now, they might knock the boogeyman out. Cool. But I need to see them knock the boogeyman out. I'm not going to take the boogeyman out before they overcome that whole situation. That's my mindset, man.